Hello once again. We're going to look at some homework. Just get you started. Well, not started on your homework. We're going to look at question number 2 on your homework tonight. You have a question on S.16 lesson 4. You have numbers 1 to 3, I see here. And I just want to make sure that you can get started. So, all right, let's get going. Let's take a look at this problem and see what we can do with it. Okay, so again, we're looking right now at problem number 2. Problem number 1 is in problem number 3. They're all the same. They're all we're going to make 3-column charts to answer our question, and we're still looking at basically the question of whether things are proportional or not. So again, we're looking here at a chart. But it is a 2-row chart, 2 rows. We want 3-column charts. We want 3 columns, right? We want column 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to be answering some questions about, various word problems. So we're looking at this, and we're going to say at the end of, and we're using math here to serve our purposes of answering a real world question, and we're not doing math just to do math. We're going to start with the question that we might see in the real world, and we're going to ask a question about it, and then we're going to use math to solve it, and then we're going to answer our question again in real world terms. So we are going to look and see if this savings account of Caitlin's is growing, and it's growing at an even rate or at a constant proportional rate. Okay, so the question is she starts by saving $120, and she deposits that in week 1 into her bank account, and then at the start of the school year, she's going to put in $5 each week from her allowance. And we're going to look and see if her account balance is proportional to the number of weeks that she's saving money, that she's depositing money. So let's take a look at that. Remember, in column 1 and column 2, so we're going to write this down here. We're going to say column 1 and column 2, we put in our data pairs. And column 3 is going to be our constant of proportionality. But, and if that's the same, if we have a constant proportion, then we know that we have a proportional relationship. So remember, the way that we find column 3 is we divide column 2 divided by column 1. So here, if we have the account balance in dollars and time in weeks, we're going to say the amount of dollars per week is column 3 here. Dollars per week. So let's switch colors here, and let's put in our data pair. So our first data pair is we know that in week 1, our account balance is $120. Here, we'll just put the number in, 120, because we have the units up here above. So, right, on week 1, she puts $120 into her savings account. So what is she going to have if she puts in $5 a week? So let's look at column number 2, and that's week number 2, and then we'll look at week number 3, and we'll see how much she has in her account. Well, if she puts in $5 each week after the first week, then in week 2 she has $125 because she added 5, right? And then how many dollars will she have in week 3 if she continues to put in $5 every week? It'll be $130. So now we're starting. We might be getting so good at all of this that we can actually see the answer But we're going to do our math to figure it out. So let's divide. Remember, we're not going to divide. It's tempting to divide 1 by 120 because that's in order. We'll divide 1 by 120. But remember, when we're finding our constant of proportionality, we are going to divide column 2 by column 1 to match our units over here. Dollars per week, dollars per week. So because the 120 is in the dollars column and the dollars are on top, we're going to say what goes here is 120 divided by 1, and we're going to simplify that to 120. 120. Now I'm going to leave it to you to figure out what number goes here and what number must go here, and then you're going to answer the question of, is her account balance proportional to the number of weeks of deposits? And you're going to explain your reasoning. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow in class and building a 3-column chart for each one of the problems that we're doing. And then, what's going on? I'm having a hard time with my, okay. And I'm going to look forward to seeing your problem, your 3 answers tomorrow. And actually, it looks like you're going to have to make 4 3-column charts because question 3 is going to require that you make 2 separate charts to answer the question. So have a great evening. Happy homework working, and see you tomorrow at 2.